I'd like to welcome you to BeMoreNews.com, the news before the news, where we uncover the truth. Baltimore's own Keion Carpenter. How are you, sir?
I'm great, man.
Good. Back in town. Let's just recap what you've been able to accomplish with the Carpenter House, with the shutdown academy thus far. And it started. When did it start?
It started last year about May. My mentor, Deion Sanders, he had a tournament he and Jamal was given about 2 years ago where they allowed me to, I was just there watching the game, and I wanted to know if I could, get a Baltimore team in that. I thought it was a great experience. Deion brought his team from Texas to play against Jamal, and they allowed us to come in this year. Past year, I took myself, Brian, and Aaron took 3 teams down there, and we were highly successful. The kids had a great experience. They stayed at a 4-star hotel. We took them to the Dr. Martin Luther King exhibit, took them to a WNBA game. We just tried to expose our kids to different things. A lot of these kids from Baltimore City has never even been out of town. Some of them have never even been to the Inner Harbor. So for us to take these kids on a journey that they've never done before, it sparked some fire in these kids, and they were exposed to some different things. And now we're just taking it to the next level.
Have you followed up on any of the young people?
Yeah, a lot of our kids we keep in contact with, and a few of those kids have gotten offers from a lot of these private high schools like Gilman. I know throughout the course of the year, at least 5 or 10 of those kids have went on visits to go to Gilman and be able to further their education and be in a better educational environment. So a lot of good has came out of this, and if nothing else, we've had those kids off the street. Engaged in a comfortable, learning, structured environment. And at the end of the day, that's what you can ask for. And anything else other than that is a plus.
Is Baltimore different than other urban cities, urban areas around the country? You've traveled. There's New York, there's Detroit, there's LA, Atlanta, Philly. Anything unique about the challenges the young people face in Baltimore compared to Chicago, for example?
Baltimore is a different city in that a lot of those other cities, I'm sure they get the support. Myself, BJ, and Aaron, growing up here, we didn't get the support, from a lot of people from the city. Growing up, we had to kind of find our own way. We had some big brothers and some uncles and some older guys that kind of look after us. But overall, the city really don't embrace us like we think we should. And I think that, when we go to other cities, Chicago, Atlanta, or anywhere we go, the love is just there genuinely. Here, you got to fight for that love. You got to fight for that. No, you shouldn't have to, but it is. So the beauty of it is why I love Baltimore so much, that if you can make it out of that type of environment with no love at all, you can go anywhere in America and make it. What we trying to do is we want to give these kids that love that they need, because we know they got everything else to come along with it: the grit, the toughness, the attitude, the work ethic. They have all of that. Our kids need that love, man. And once we get rid of that mentality of you against me, or me against you, and you against us against the world, and start coming together more like a lot of other cities do, we can tackle this problem that we got in our communities.
What is the problem?
The problem is they look at an organization like Shutdown as competition, instead of saying, you know what, you got 3 young brothers who have come from these environments that are trying to give this city something different. We need to embrace that. But we're so used to not doing that, the easiest thing to do is say, well, I don't want my kid to go over there to Shutdown. I don't want him to participate because of whatever the stigma is. But until we start embracing one another, man, and coming together, Shutdown is only playing a small part in this thing. We're going to do our part, hoping that we can partner with other organizations, because it's a bigger issue out here that we all have to attack and that we all are responsible for.
And that is?
That is taking care of our kids, putting them in safe environments. We can't do that by ourselves.
So we need everybody working together, the churches, the community.
Man, this is
private corporations.
We need everybody. Like I said, we are the engine that's going to drive it. But until we all get on board and get the city behind it, we're still going to have the same issues. But until then, we're going to be on the front line fighting for it, and hopefully we'll take them lumps and them bumps and bruises on the way. But I know I'll take them for the kids. BJ gonna take them for the kids, and so is Aaron. We're gonna be the shield for them kids, man. We'll take the bumps and bruises for them.
Good deal. Keep watching BeMoreNews.com, and Baltimore is really blessed to have you.
Yeah, I'm blessed to have Baltimore.
The news before the news, where we uncover the truth.